Thanks to the support as a channel member, Felix Bjorkman. Well, fingers crossed, folks. If all goes to plan today, we should win the Bundesliga and book our spot in the German Cup final. Hello and welcome to Club 6, part 20 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have some football matches. I'm not entirely sure how many. It really depends on how they go. We're definitely going to be playing Cologne away from home. And then at the same time that's going on, Leipzig are playing Hertha Berlin. If Hertha Berlin win and we win the Bundesliga now. We don't need to worry about that for the rest of the season. If that doesn't happen, I'll also be showing you Hoffenheim, where hopefully we will win the Bundesliga. I'm very confident we'll win the Bundesliga before the Norwich game in the semi-final of the Champions League, which should be coming up in Monday's video. In between all of that as well, we've also got a German Cup semi-final away against Bayern Munich, who are clinging on to a top 4 spot and probably would quite like a trophy to justify that their season was really was a success after all, and probably keep Nagelsmann in a job. I've been all about getting him fired all season. And I think we probably need to put another nail in the coffin of his career at Bayern Munich, properly finish them off. So lots of business to attend to. Let's get straight into it. This is the team for the Cologne game. We've got Diego Enrique in goal, a back four of Locatelli, Stewart, Posterino and John, Han and Idloff in midfield, Ballo, Schultz and Salabalabino then supporting Ruben up front. You don't see us play in the league very often. As you can see, we do rotate a little bit in the league. 5 changes from the team that played Real Madrid in the last episode, which, I mean, we don't go nuts over it, but we do like to keep the players fresh. Salabalabino does play quite a lot in the league. I really like him. I think he's great. Ruben, of course, has been rattling in the goals this season. And Han is a very adequate midfielder who just sits in there, basically our 4th choice central midfielder, but never lets us down. Sat there in that deep line playmaker role that we brought him in to do way back when at the start of the season. This isn't the start that should have been happening in this game. Though luckily, Diego Enrique is an excellent goalkeeper and does make the save. But Cologne, not really looking at the script for today's episode, which is we wrap the league up now. Oh, I don't like doing 3-match episodes. People say, Kev, why don't you do extra episodes when you get towards the business, extra matches when you get towards the end of the season? Make the episodes a bit longer, get a few more matches in. The main reason is you bunch of rascals, don't watch them all the way through to the end if they're over 20 minutes. So I have to try and, even when there's only, even if I've got 3 matches, I have to try and condense it down somehow. You just, attention spans, eh? It's almost as if you've got your own busy lives and it's not all about watching my videos all the time, which frankly is a little disappointing, but I guess it's something that I have to work around. We've just had what looked like a goal disallowed via goal line technology. Much sadness. Let's check in on what's going on in the Leipzig game. Still 0-0 between Hertha and Leipzig. So after this, there'll be 3 games to go. Kev maths time. If Leipzig have gone ahead. No, Hertha have gone ahead, sorry. So that makes the gap 8 points with 3 games left. So if we win and Leipzig lose, we do win the league. I did check that maths before we started. We're going to go attacking for this second half. We need to win this football match. We want to get all of this wrapped up as soon as possible. We're losing. Of course we're losing. Why wouldn't we be losing? We haven't lost for ages, but now we're losing against Cologne, who are down in like 1,000th place, 7th place. Ballo's having another terrible game. He was really poor against Real Madrid in the last episode. Hertha have gone 2-0 up over Leipzig. They really are doing their bit. We now need to sort our lives out and do our bit of the bargain as well. Salabalabino crosses to Idloff. It's a lovely ball, and Idloff with a fantastic opportunity to draw us level, but the goalkeeper knows very well we've got a corner here, and it's going to be Salabalabino to float it over to Posterino, whose header is straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. We're going to take off Ballo. I'm just frankly disgusted with how he's playing. Schultz can go out onto the left wing. That'll do as a change for now. Drury can come on and hopefully pull some strings in central midfield. We're going to demand more as well. And we've obviously got some more of the big guns down on the bench if we need them. But We shouldn't need them for a game like this. This team should be good enough to win this match. Ruben with the header that somehow bounced back off the goal somehow. Not really sure what's gone on. Right, we don't have Luis Gustavo available today. He's having a big boy rest. So we could bring Cordoba on and go 2 up top. I need to get Schultz off, really. So I guess Idleoff could go out there. And we can bring on Tipple. Tipple's always good for a goal. And we'll leave it there for now. I'm tempted to bring Muller on at right back, actually, just for his energy. We are going to do that. Muller is effective at getting up and down on that right-hand side. That is all our subs done, though. And the team still isn't looking very close to being full strength or fully fit. I don't think we're winning the league today, folks. Unless something happens in these final 20 minutes against the run of play. They're in again there. I mean, that must be offside. The referee's got his finger in his ear. I think it is offside, but that's, we look not very good is what we look today. Can we please sort ourselves out, you bunch of idiots? Demand more again. 20 minutes here. This is where we have to show character. Do you want to win the league today? You've got the opportunity to win the league today. Etienne Tipple wants to win the league. We know he wants to win the league. Idleoff now on the left-hand side, trying to play Ruben in. It's a poor pass from him, though. That's another of those examples of a player who's tired. Their passing starts to go off. We saw it with Idleoff there. Normally so very good, but he is shattered. Drury, back to Stewart. And now to Drury again, who plays it out to Salabalabino. Brings it down nicely, looking to beat his man. Plays it into the path of Drury, who has loads of space to drill it home from the edge of the area. 1-1, 20 minutes to go. This is on now. Hopefully Leipzig's still losing and we can taste a Bundesliga title. Is this enough? If we draw and they lose, I didn't look at that permutation. I would very much like to win the league in this first match. So as it stands now, see, they've got a goal back and they've missed a penalty. Oh, my word. And it's an 8-point gap, so this wouldn't be enough. We do need to win. It's now 4-1 to Hertha Berlin. They've rattled a couple in. We just need a late winner. If we can have a late winner from somewhere, please, we do win Bundesliga here with a goal, because Leipzig aren't coming back from 3 goals down with a few minutes to go, surely. So we just need the goal here. Muller with the interception plays it into the path of Salabalabino, who's now been played in by Drury. Salabalabino to win the league, and he's absolutely bottled it. Just straight into the hands of their goalkeeper. I think that's probably the final chance of the game. We have been, I mean, look at the match stats. We've been FM'd here, boys and girls. It's happened to all of us, and it's happened to us here today. And we're going to have to go into that Hoffenheim game and win the league that way. The Leipzig defeat is still significant, but we've dropped points here, and there's no way to sugarcoat that. We should have picked up a victory, and this is going to affect us going into the game against Bayern Munich. It's a potential blow to our treble aspirations, unless we can grab a winner here. We're faffing around. We've given the ball away. I said Han never lets us down. He's let us down a little bit there, and Cologne are in again. Drury's had a fantastic game since coming on. What a difference being full of energy makes. But I think that probably is it now. Can we just have the final whistle now, ref? Because we really don't want to lose the match. We'll take the draw at this point. Goodness me. Can we... Why is this match still happening? Well, we edged a further point ahead of them. I guess that's good. It does mean this is now a 3-match episode. Ugh. Folks, just want to take a moment to thank today's episode sponsor, NordPass. Now, let me tell you a little story. A little while ago, you might remember, Twitch got hacked. It was great. They shared how much we all earn as streamers, but also everybody's passwords was shared, which was great because we then had to log in, change our password, forget the password every time we logged in, do the password recovery thing. And I went through that process multiple times. Long story short, before too long, all of my emails from Twitch were getting sent to me in Turkish, and I couldn't get tech support to change it back because they talked to me in Turkish. We got there in the end, but it isn't really something I want to get bogged down in doing again. which is where NordPass comes in. NordPass not only generates unique passwords for each different service for you, it stores them all in one place. That's a lot more secure than the place that got hacked. And this means you can log in faster, your data is safer, and they'll even prompt you when it's time to change your password because it's too easy, or because there's maybe been a data breach by that website, or you've had the same password for a little while. It just takes all of the hassle out of messing around with passwords. So hopefully you won't get all your emails in Turkish unless you're Turkish. It won't make you learn another language. So if that sounds like something that's going to help you out with remembering all of your passwords and helping you to log in without writing them all down on Post-it notes and sticking them into your monitor, because that's a bad idea. Speaking as a computer science teacher, that's a bad idea. Then you need to sign up for NordPass. The link is at the top of the description below. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you don't like it, there's no risk. Plus, when you sign up through my link using code LOLLUJO, you get a massive discount as well. So what more are you waiting for? Click the link at the top of the description, sign up for NordPass, and finally take control of getting all of your passwords in one place that no one's going to get hold of. All right, we're going full strength for the Bayern Munich game. We wouldn't normally for the German Cup, but we really like beating Bayern Munich. So Enrique in goal, back four of Locatelli, Norberto, Postorino and John, Drury and Tipple in midfield, Ballo, Schultz and Boning behind Luis Gustavo up front. The only regular starter not in there is Stewart, who is having a little holiday, having a little rest, because he's got double tired legs. So he does get to have a rest to keep him. Really, we've got the Norwich game in mind rather than Hoffenheim at the weekend. It's all about making sure Stewart, who really is our only elite level defender, it's making sure that he's ready for Norwich, because I've heard Norwich have got some quite good strikers. So we probably need to make sure we have some quite good defenders available to play them. Boning has put us 1-0 up. That boy loves scoring against Bayern Munich. I mean, he loves scoring against everybody. 18 goals for him this season now. And it's really nice to have a winger who's able to do that. He scores a lot of his goals with his head. He's very, very good in the air. And it is now 1-0 after only 10 minutes, 1-0 to Dortmund. And I love setting Bayern up to just chase games. It's fun because they're not very good at it anymore. They relied on Erling Haaland for so long. Now they don't have him. Oh, they're going to beat us now. The little chuckle guarantees they're going to beat us now, but I can still enjoy my moment right now. And they've missed a big opportunity there to drag things back level again relatively quickly. Look at the attendance for this game. 93,000 people, nearly 94,000 people turning up for the German Cup. I mean, who cares about the German Cup? Apparently German people care about the German Cup, specifically Bayern fans, because loads of them are here today and they have their equaliser. This is where the little chuckle from before is going to come back and bite me. We're not really that bothered about winning this competition. It's a nice to win. It's not essential. But beating Bayern is really the motivation here. This is a stronger team than we'll play in the final if we get that far, because I'm much more interested in continually beating Bayern than I am in reaching a final. And looking at this, Stuttgart and Leipzig are the other semi-final, and Leipzig are 3-0 up over Stuttgart at the moment. So Leipzig looking good for the final already. We're going to take off Postorino, who's picked up a knock. Berisha can come on for him. Berisha really probably needed to have played more football this season. That's going to be part of the planning for next year. Get him involved a little bit more. We spent a lot of money on him, and I think he does need to play more football. And if he's not going to force his way into this team, then maybe this isn't the place for him to be. John is now tired as well, so we can bring on Thomas Muller, not that one, to play right back, and Luis Gustavo needs resting. I know we need a goal, but Luis Gustavo, too important to risk an injury, so Ruben can come on for him for the final 20 minutes or so. Rodrigo Garza, the former Norwich and Dortmund man, with the free kick, which is saved, but now he's going over to take the corner as well. He's already scored against us this season. It's almost like he's got a point to prove because I've sold him twice, which seems unreasonable, really. It just means I'd liked him enough to have him at two different clubs. Probably that's what we're telling him it means today. I signed him once, sold him twice. So, yeah, he's not. I don't think he's very good, but he keeps proving me wrong, which does upset me when it happens. And it's probably going to happen again here because I'm talking about him as they attack, and he is very much part of their attack. And this is lovely football And we have got away with one a little bit there. I don't think Enrique touches that. It's come back off the underside of the crossbar, and we have very much got away with it. We're going to go attacking. I think we've got to try and win the game in normal time. I don't know if there's extra time. I don't know if there's replays. I do know it's only 1-1 in a game that we need to win, so we probably need to go and attack. And it's, we're Dortmund. Bayern on the attack again, and Drury plays it back to Borussia, who finds Boning to Muller. Thomas Muller, not that one. Charging down the right-hand side and plays it back to Boning. We've got a spare man. Oh, my word. And it was Schultz. And I just gave him a moment to smash it into the top corner, but unfortunately, it was a bit of a wild effort from him, probably a little bit too far out. It ends 1-1, so it is extra time. I think that means we get another substitution. It does. Who have we got on the bench? Salabinabino is the obvious one to come on here. We are going to bring him on. I mean, Schultz is having a really poor game, but we're going to bring Salabinabino on for Ballo, who, once again, Ballo is really hit a spell of terrible form. It might be time to get Ballo out of this team and go with Drury and Schultz the way it was originally supposed to be when we brought Schultz in. Tipple with the header that is, I think it was saved, and then the follow-up ends up going behind for a goal kick. We don't want penalties. Can we have a goal, please? We really would like to score a goal now. This is a hard-fought battle, which it shouldn't be really, because we're so much better than Bayern Munich. But again, this is all they've got to play for now, and they've grabbed a goal. And they might be knocking us out of the German Cup, which means they're going to get the last laugh on this season. We might win the Bundesliga. We might win the Champions League. But they've got the big one, the semi-final victory over us at home in the German Cup, which is, it's all that really matters. The problem we have got, of course, is this is massively tiring out the team for the upcoming fixtures, which is not ideal at all. Gaza's involved again here. We've lost this, haven't we? Which is a little bit disappointing, but as long as it doesn't, it's really about how it emotionally affects us, because we need to wrap up the Bundesliga at the weekend. I don't want to go into those Norwich games with Bundesliga still hanging over us. We want to get that done so we can just focus on Norwich, play the reserves in the league, keep everybody fit and fresh. That's the plan. I mean, the plan had been to be able to rest lots of players against Hoffenheim, but we've now bottled that in the first match of the episode. We've now bottled this as the second match. Are we going to do a hat-trick of bottles? I really don't like the sound of that at all. Although we've got an opportunity here. Final attack of the game. Can Ruben get there? He couldn't. If he gets there ahead of the keeper, it goes to penalties, and then anything can happen. Unfortunately, now Boning's injured. That's a disaster. That is a disaster right there, because Salabinabino's picked up a knock as well. And if we're without both of them, this is a problematic run-in. Because they are, I mean, Boning is key. Salabinabino is the only reserve we've got on that side. What's happened here? Salabinabino's not going to be out for long. That's fine. Postorino's got a little injury. Oh, they've all only got... You had to leave the game. You dropped like a ton of bricks for a tight groin. It's going to keep you out for a day. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I quite like having a tight groin. Let's go play Hoffenheim. Well, that match was really, really, really not ideal, because we now have a lot of tired legs and a lot of rests going on. Boning, Cordoba inexplicably, don't even understand. Salabinabino, Postorino, who's going to have to play because Stewart's already on a holiday for his little rest, and we don't really have another option at centre-back, so... It's a bit of a makeshift side, but ultimately, if we win the league, and that's all that really matters. Enrique in goal, Norberto, Postorino, Borussia and John, then Drury and Tipple in midfield, Schultz, Idoloff, Gustavo behind Ruben up front. And let's think, I mean, can we just win the league? Please, can we just win the league? It's all, I know, from a storytelling perspective, isn't it nice? We're having the little challenging moment before the glorious culmination of the series. I get it. The night is darkest just before the dawn. All the blah, 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 blah. I've done creative writing courses. I understand why the game has to make it hard for us just before our ultimate victory. But can we have the ultimate victory now? Schultz has scored. It's 1-0. Ultimate victory incoming. Lovely stuff. Oh, I'm so cross, it's making my eye twitch. I've not enjoyed this video. I hope you have. Leave it a thumbs up. I've not enjoyed the process of making this video. It was supposed to be less challenging than this. Honestly, how Leipzig are getting. It doesn't really matter as long as we win, but when we're only 1-0 up, you have to be a little bit wary. That's a lovely deep cross from Eidolf. Luis Gustavo, I forgot which team he was playing for. It was a lovely pass to the guy who ended up receiving the ball, but wasn't as effective as it could have been when it came to, you know, us scoring a goal. Eidolf to Schultz. Schultz, lovely little turn from him. Eidolf, Ruben, Schultz again, who takes a heavy touch and ends up giving the ball away. And it's back with John. Drury deep, playing it forward to Schultz, who's in behind again. Schultz is having a lovely time out on the left-hand side. Norberto with the cross. Eidolf is there, and his header goes just over. I'm not entirely sure. Just realised what I've done here. When I was swapping everybody around, there's a reason I put Schultz out onto the wing. So Drury could move forward, not so Eidolf could play there. I mean, they can play that way round, but let's do what the original plan was. And I mean, although Eidolf was playing fantastically, maybe they should be playing that way round, but we're going to play Drury as the attacking midfielder where he's supposed to be, and hopefully it will lead to a goal. Goals are good. Borussia to John, and now Luis Gustavo, who I ideally don't want to keep on for the entire match. He's supposed to be resting today. Etienne Tippel is in, and he's made it 2-0 in that Bundesliga title. All we wanted to do was win it at home. We didn't want to win it at Frankfurt. That's who we played, wasn't it? Ages ago now. Hours ago at the start of the episode. But we just wanted to win it here. We wanted the trophy presentation to be in our own ground. It makes a lot of sense. Lovely work from Tippel. How many times have we seen him score that goal over this series now? He's just very good at bursting into the penalty area, rounding the keeper, tucking it home. It's the Tippel goal. And we are now 2-0 up as we hit half-time. Leipzig are 2-0 up as well. It doesn't matter, because as long as we win, it doesn't matter what they do. Just checking fitness levels. I really would like a third, and as soon as we score it, Gustavo's coming off. And we'll have a look to see who else maybe needs a rest as well. But Gustavo, for sure, gets withdrawn the moment a third goal goes in. Gustavo is in. He's won a penalty. He might be about to score the penalty and immediately get substituted. Because, like I say, he needs the rest. The referee is going over to the little telly. And come on, we've got Norwich coming up in a couple of days. Give us the penalty. Let him score it. Let's rest him. He's the best player in the world. You referee, you represent the Bundesliga. You want us to win the Champions League. There you go. The ref gets it. Ref's on board. He wants us to win the Champions League. And for that, he knows we need a fully fit Luis Gustavo. And for that, he knows we need to score this penalty. So I don't know why he has to run all the way back over there before telling everybody. Likes to build the suspense, but it is Gustavo to earn himself an early bath, and he doesn't. Well, the ref did his bit. We'll leave him on for now. We're probably still taking him off relatively early in this second half. Schultz with the corner. Looking for that far post, and he's actually overhit it a little bit. Borussia was there, but it went beyond him. And then Borussia's £90 million first touch there takes it out for a throw. Hoffenheim haven't had a shot yet in this game. The ball's going to bobble, I think, to Gustavo here. It doesn't, in fact. It gets intercepted, and Gustavo wins it back. That's why he's Ballon d'Or winner, boys and girls. Borussia, back to Gustavo again. What a pass for Schultz. That was a fantastic ball. And now Schultz across to Ruben, and now he can make that substitution. So Gustavo can come off. Salah Balabino comes on, and we'll monitor everybody else a little bit further into the game. But for now, I wanted to rest Gustavo before the match even started. Certainly at 3-0 up and the title won, we want to rest him here. I mean, it's a lovely pass for him. He's just as good playing deep on that right-hand side as he is playing as the centre forward. I can certainly see why Luis Gustavo is the best player in the world. He shows it game in, game out. What a player he is. Right, looking at the fitness levels of everybody else, probably Schultz and Tippel are the other two who could do with getting a little bit of rest. I'm not that worried about tiring Ruben out if Luis Gustavo's getting a rest. But Schultz is obviously a key player. Tippel's that little bit older and is a key player. So I think the two of them probably make the most sense to come off. Ruben is in behind here, but once again, looking a little bit slow. Ruben's not... his second half of this season has not been at the same standard as his first half. He started the season absolutely on fire, and there was a period where he was keeping Luis Gustavo out of the team. for the first half dozen or so matches of this season, because he was just scoring like nobody's business. But obviously that situation rectified itself fairly early on, and Luis Gustavo's gone on to have the best season of his career. Right, we're going to take Schultz off here. Ballo. Actually, you know what? Ballo could use half an hour of playing against a team that are already beaten, because Ballo has been in rotten form. And I'd like to see him play himself back into some form here, because he has been awful. The last 4 or 5 matches, he has just been so poor. I don't really know what's caused it. Diego Norberto on the left, dinks it into Drew. It's a lovely pass from Norberto and a very straightforward finish from Stefan Drury to make it 4-0. He charges over to the Dortmund faithful. I mean, we know we've won the league here, and we're doing it with style, and this pass was excellent. This is a centre-back playing at left-back here, and that is a lovely pass. And Drury just made it look even better with a fantastic finish. Right, for my final trick, we'll give it 5 more minutes and take off Tipple, just in case we get any injuries to anybody. I don't want to make the change too early, but Tipple, I don't really want to play the full match. It's a lovely ball from Tipple, and Salah Balabino now, with the shot that is pushed over the crossbar. He's going to go over and take the corner himself. Can we grab number 5 here? That'd be nice. Perhaps the Bayern defeat was the best thing that could have happened to us. It's put a little bit of a spark under us to motivate us to go and thump everybody for the rest of the season, hopefully. Hopefully we show that against Norwich as well. Berisha to Posterino, and now Tipple. Probably the final contribution you're going to see from Tipple, playing it out to Salah Balabino. And now he is going to... In fact, he's not going to run. He's going to play it back to Idlehoff. And now Idlehoff to Salah Balabino again, playing Ruben in. Can we have a goal from Ruben here? Of course we can. A 24th goal of the season from him. I talk about him being disappointing in the second half of the season. He's still made it to 24 goals as our backup striker. So you can only be so disappointing if you're going to turn in with that kind of goal return. We will take off Tipple here. Han is going to come on for him. Han's moved above Stubaluk in the pecking order for us this season. I think he's a more complete central midfield player, and I like the fact he's just as comfortable playing in either of those central midfield roles that we've got. And he's a little bit more defence-minded as well, gets a tackle in, and is still a creative option in there as well. So really like him. It's a shame for Stubaluk, who is probably quickly becoming one of my forgotten men. He doesn't play a lot of football. Right, John, forward to Salah Balabino, and now Drury, trying to play Ruben in again. This is where Ruben likes to pad his goal tally in games like this against teams like this. And really, he needs to take that on a little bit further. There's no reason to have the shot from there. He could have just ran that into the back of the net almost. Hoffenheim have been terrible. They have now finally had a shot on target. Quick round of applause for Hoffenheim. But the really important thing here is that any moment this match is going to end and we're going to be presented with a trophy. Diego Enrique has ducked out of the way of that. I don't care that it's offside. Our goalkeeper should not be ducking his head out of the way of a shot. I almost want the goal to be given, so we get a replay. We are going to get a replay. Watch Diego Enrique here and then question everything, because this is unacceptable from the 3rd best goalkeeper in the world. He actually ducks out of the way. Well, I'm glad he lost his clean sheet bonus, because that was absurd. Right, give us a trophy. Come on. Trophy? Is my maths wrong? Oh, hang on. Hold the phone, boys and girls. Is my maths wrong? It's never happened before. So 2 games left. We're 8 points clear. My maths is not wrong. We have won Bundesliga. Why do we not get the trophy? Let's just check. Have we? We have won the Bundesliga, but we got no trophy. That's hideous. Well, not happy about that at all. Drury's now tired, which isn't great going into the Norwich game. Future Kev can deal with that on Monday. But yeah, no trophy. Rubbish. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.